Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of ancient Egypt, a land of towering pyramids, enigmatic pharaohs, and a deeply spiritual culture. Our focus today lies with a particular group, the ancient Egyptian priests. These individuals held a unique position in society, acting as intermediaries between the people and the vast pantheon of Egyptian gods. Get ready to uncover some of the strangest habits of the ancient Egyptian priests, practices deeply rooted in their beliefs and way of life. In the searing heat of the Egyptian desert, one might think that a priest would appreciate any form of shade. However, the priests of ancient Egypt went to extraordinary lengths to remove all hair from their bodies. This wasn't a simple matter of aesthetics. No, this practice was deeply intertwined with their belief in purity. To stand before the gods, they believed, one had to be free of any earthly impurity, and that included hair. Picture, if you will, an ancient Egyptian priest, his shaven head gleaming in the sunlight. He is not draped in simple linen, but in the spotted fur of a powerful predator, the leopard. This wasn't mere decoration. The leopard, you see, was more than just an animal to the Egyptians. It was a symbol of power, of prowess, of the ability to protect. By wearing its skin, the priests were aligning themselves with these attributes, becoming living embodiments of divine authority. The life of an Egyptian priest was not one of ease and leisure. Their days were meticulously structured around their duties to the gods, and at the heart of this devotion was ritual purity. Imagine this. Before even the first rays of dawn touched the Nile, the priests would already be awake, commencing their day with a series of ritual cleansings. This wasn't a single bath, mind you. Throughout the day, they would repeatedly purify themselves, washing away any impurities, both physical and spiritual, preparing themselves for their sacred duties. Chapter 4. Forbidden Feast. Dietary restrictions of the priests. We often associate ancient cultures with grand feasts, overflowing with the bounty of the land. And while the ancient Egyptians were no strangers to a good celebration, the diet of a priest was surprisingly restrictive. Fish, abundant in the Nile, were deemed off-limits, considered by some to be representative of the chaotic waters of the underworld. Other foods, too, were forbidden, each exclusion carefully considered in relation to their beliefs about purity and the gods. Chapter 5. The Language of the Gods. Sacred Communication. Imagine, if you will, the interior of a grand temple, sunlight filtering through the towering columns. The architecture is awe-inspiring, with each column meticulously carved and adorned with intricate hieroglyphics that tell stories of gods and pharaohs. The grandeur of the temple is a testament to the advanced skills and deep spirituality of the ancient Egyptians. The air is thick with the scent of incense, and the only sound is the soft murmur of prayers. These prayers are not just words, they are a bridge between the mortal and the divine, a way to communicate with the gods who were believed to inhabit these sacred spaces. But these are no ordinary prayers, uttered in the everyday language of the people. They are special invocations, crafted with care and precision, meant to honor and appease the deities. Each word, each phrase, carries a weight of tradition and reverence. The priests, you see, communicated with the gods in a sacred language, a tongue known only to the initiated. This language was not taught to everyone. It was a privilege and a responsibility bestowed upon those who had dedicated their lives to serving the divine. This wasn't simply a different dialect, but a completely separate language, imbued with a power and significance unknown to the common man. It was believed that the very act of speaking this sacred language could invoke the presence of the gods, making the rituals and prayers all the more potent and effective. Chapter 6. A Life of Service. Residing in the temple complex. Unlike the bustling cities that surrounded them, the ancient Egyptian temples were havens of peace and order. Within their walls lived the priests, their lives dedicated to the service of the gods. These weren't mere places of worship, they were sprawling complexes, encompassing living quarters, kitchens, libraries, and of course the grand temples themselves. For the priests, to live within the temple was to live closer to the divine, a constant reminder of their sacred duty. Chapter 7. A Sacred Offering. The Practice of Animal Sacrifice. It's a practice that might seem at odds with our modern sensibilities, but in the world of ancient Egypt, Animal sacrifice was not seen as cruel, but as a deeply spiritual act. It was a ritual steeped in tradition and reverence, a way for the people to connect with the divine and seek favor from the gods. Imagine this: a procession of priests adorned in their ceremonial garb, leading a bull, its horns gilded, towards the altar. The air would be thick with incense, the sound of chanting filling the sacred space, creating an atmosphere of solemnity and devotion. This wasn't a casual offering, it was a meticulously planned event, with every detail carefully considered to honor the gods. The animals chosen for sacrifice were carefully selected, considered to be the most perfect specimens, free from any blemish or imperfection. They were treated with the utmost care and respect, as their lives were seen as a precious gift to the gods. Their lives given as a way to appease the gods and ensure the continued prosperity of Egypt. This act of sacrifice was believed to maintain the balance of the cosmos, a crucial element in the ancient Egyptian worldview. It was a practice that underscored the deep connection between the people, their rulers, and the divine forces they worshipped. Chapter 8. The Aroma of the Divine, Incense and its Significance. Close your eyes and imagine the interior of an ancient Egyptian temple. Can you smell it? The air is thick with the aroma of incense, a heady blend of frankincense, myrrh, and other precious resins. But this wasn't just about creating a pleasant atmosphere. The ancient Egyptians believed that incense had the power to carry their prayers to the heavens, to please the gods, and even to ward off evil spirits. Chapter 9. Glimpses into the Future, the Art of Divination. The ancient Egyptians were obsessed with the concept of fate, with understanding the will of the gods. And who better to interpret these divine messages than the priests, skilled in the art of divination? Imagine this: a priest, his brow furrowed in concentration, carefully examining the entrails of a sacrificed animal, searching for signs, for omens, for any hint of what the future might hold. From interpreting dreams to casting lots, the priests used a variety of methods to try and pierce the veil of time. Chapter 10. Charms of Protection, the Power of Amulets. In a world where the gods held sway over every aspect of life, it's no surprise that the ancient Egyptians sought ways to invoke their protection. They believed that the divine forces could be harnessed and channeled through various means, and one of the most powerful methods was through the use of amulets. And what better way than through the wearing of amulets? These small, often intricately designed objects were more than just decorative pieces. They were believed to hold immense power. These weren't mere trinkets, you see. Each amulet was carefully crafted, often imbued with specific symbols and inscriptions that were thought to invoke the protection of the gods. Each amulet, often crafted in the shape of a god or goddess, was believed to be imbued with a specific power, capable of influencing the wearer's fate in various ways. These amulets were capable of warding off evil, bringing good luck, and ensuring the favor of the gods in daily life. Some amulets were even believed to have healing properties, capable of curing ailments and protecting the wearer from disease. The priests, in particular, were rarely seen without a collection of these potent charms. They wore them as a testament to their faith and as a means to channel divine energy. Each one a silent prayer for divine favor. These amulets were more than just objects. They were a vital part of the spiritual and daily life of ancient Egyptians, a bridge between the mortal and the divine. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating historical insights. We've only just scratched the surface of the fascinating and often bizarre world of ancient Egypt. Let us know in the comments which habit you found the most surprising. Was it the priests' dedication to ritual purity, their unusual attire, or perhaps their attempts to communicate with the divine through sacrifice and divination? Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the